Well done, got a headache, rough night. Oh, what a night last night. Bit of boom, bada, bang. I went out with the blonde one out of Dollar, remember? Oh, fantastic night back at my... Oh, what was his name? David something. David... He's through that other bird who I didn't like. And then I can't use my toilet. Hey, else get this, it's really windy outside, so there's no water in your toilet. That's horrible. When you go to the toilet and there's a gale blowing, there's no water in there, it winds me up. I don't know, I'll have to go next door, Shirley Bassey's, if I can use her bog. She's all right, she don't mind. Don't, ladies and gentlemen, don't wear this. It's a new body spray, it's out on the market. I'll promise you, if you use it, you'll do what I do. You'll just arrange a date with another woman, right, Cindy Crawford, someone like that, Kathy Burke, and you'll go and you'll go to a place where you know your wife is, just for the risk factor, all right? So please don't use it, all right? It's a dangerous thing. Horrible stuff. And this stuff as well, I thought shower gel, I'll try that. Gel douche, it said there. Probably French, I thought, I'll give it a go. Turned out, I went, and suddenly I was round Downing Street, standing down the end going, you're not a real socialist. You're not a real socialist, and going down to the hunt in the country and throwing bricks at the people on the horses. So I'd steer clear of that as well if I was you, look. Oh, nonsense. Oh, I must phone her. God, I've got to phone Vanessa. I've got to arrange it quick. No, in case her husband finds out, I hope he's not... Oh, God. Because she come round last night... Oh, she's... Look, bless her. Say nothing. Say nothing. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll stick him out the window and the Iranians will think I've surrendered. It's not nice, man. It's not funny either. Here, now, I've had a bit of trouble with this. I've had the council in. I said I want them to take us a tile off my roof. I weighed it on the bathroom scale. It was only £11. The tiles should be £14. Go home tonight, get your tiles, weigh them. If they ain't £14, send them back, because they ain't the real deal. Just a bit of advice. Not funny, but a bit of advice you can take home for free, that is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what we got in here? Do you ever do any odd jobs about the house, right? And you haven't got a saw? Don't worry, just use a bread knife. Just get a bread knife. But don't try and use it on something like this. This is made out of wearite, which is the hardest material known to man. Harder than platinum or gold or diamonds. Never cut through that. Again, a little bit of building advice. Another thing, right? My mate Barry Sheen was round the other night. Do as Barry does, always. If you're going to go on a motorbike, make sure you've got adequate protection for your head, all right? Barry's actually left his here. Look, always. You may look a bit stupid, but you'll be thankful, I'll tell you that. If you ever come off and have a crash, that'll keep you perfectly safe. Right, what have we got in here? Oh, right, OK. So I get a mate come round, just an ordinary run-a-day celebrity, Dale Winton, Shane Ritchie, something like that. I do like to give them something like that, oats. Very nice, lovely, tastes nice, does them good. But what about if it's Doris Stokes? What if she comes round, Doris Stokes? Well, there you go. Just give her that, look. See? It's only a joke, isn't it? She wouldn't mind it. She's probably dead, isn't she? Hey, but what about if Chris Evans comes round? Chris Evans comes round, there you go. Just give him that, look, here. Look. It's come out in the wash, isn't it? Now then, Miss Fanwy. What's Miss Fanwy got for us? Well, I don't understand this. I can't see what you're getting at here, Miss Fanwy, to be honest. A pepperami, a lovely nourishing snack, and a picture of... Is this James Brown? No, it's Divine Brown. There you go, look. A picture of Divine Brown and a pepperami. Thank you, Miss Fanwy. Oh, I see. And this is passes for humour, does it? Yeah, in Penman Mount. Look at that. There you go. Nice, nourishing gobbler bar there. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, you're very lucky to find me in, because normally, obviously, this time of night, I'd be, out and about. It's my Auntie Peggy's house over there. I've just been over to visit her. She ain't been very well. And the doctor's been around, and he says, like, she might be all right. She might, you know, last... As he says, you could last another 20 years, but, you know, I don't know. I don't think the signs look good. Not being able to use my toilet, no water in it. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Now then, I'll tell you what we've got. Here's my friend, We're out on the road, I'm in America, they phone me up, they've gone, Millsy, we've got no one here who can operate a camera. A good cops programme for us, so I've done this, and I'm out with my mate Lane T. Itel, eh? Not about that a name for a cop. Imagine you got pulled off the bill here and his name was Lane T. Itel, you'd go gladly, wouldn't you? You'd fasten the cuffs yourself, a man with a name like that. Very nice man, very confused man. I couldn't quite get on the end of his reasoning, but have a look.
Police work. You know, there's always crime, there's always somebody needs help, somebody needs advice. And, you know, if all else fails, I always call the police.
OK, Lane, fine, all right. If in doubt, just phone the police. You could probably use your police radio to do it. Anyway, there you go. They're off to a job now. There's a big job going on there.
Howdy. Hello. Did y'all call the police? What's going on?
He's in the house.
Who's in there?
My husband. Okay, right there, he's in the door. He does have a hand pistol. Whether he's still got it on him, I don't know.
He does have a hand pistol, all right? My husband's in the house. He does have a hand pistol, all right? I heard it as soon as she said it. Lane heard something. It took a few seconds for the information to come through.
Still got it on him, I don't know. He says he's going to kill him. I just want to know.
All right.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me, you say he had a gun? So I think I'm going to have to call the police in that case. He went at him and his mate. They might not be the most efficient policemen in the world, but anyone who's ever had a pull at any time, day or night, will bear me out. These are, without any shadow of a doubt, the politest, nicest, most reasonable policemen in the entire world.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just stay right there. Okay.
Well, that's fine. Well, can you come out and talk to us?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
I'll tell you what, I'd appreciate it if you come outside so I could talk to you.
Why do you want me to come outside? So you can come in?
Can I come inside then? Nobody's talking about putting anybody in jail. You're the one that brought it up, not me. And right now, that's not where we stand. I just want to make sure you're okay. I want to make sure that your wife's okay. I want to make sure the neighbors are okay.
I want to make sure all the creatures of the world are okay. There's a couple of little children in Scotland I'm worried about. Just kick the door in and shoot him. You're supposed to be policeman. What's the matter with you?
You cut your hand. I want to make sure you're all right.
Fine.
David, everything's okay.
Everything's okay.
I'm not going to jump on you and wrestle you down and put you in jail like you said.
I'm not going to jump on you and wrestle you down, as if I would. I'm a PC nice person.
Promise. Promise.
Pretty please. Please come out now.
Come on.
So look, what is it? Jimmy Greaves having a couple of beers? Just shoot him, for Christ's sake, you've got enough target. I loved it. I'll tell you something, I must, little program that I made many, many years ago. Some of you too young to remember, really, but some of you are probably old even when it happened. The Great Storm. You remember The Great Storm? This is some of the tragic stories of things that happened to people during the Great Storm. I think it beholds us now to remember the suffering that people went through. I really do.
Peacehaven, east of Brighton. Homes along this stretch of the south coast took the full force of the storm. Albert Webb awoke to the roar of the...
Oh, God, I forgot he was in it. Sorry, this is... please, don't laugh, don't take the piss. This is my Uncle Albert, right? He's a nice man. Just remember at all times that he's a nice man who's good to his family, all right? He's got a lot of funny traits, which my mum says I'll take after him, right? Which I think's nonsense, I really do.
Jumped out of bed, rushed out here, and I knew that I'd got to cover the door. And my tools were outside in the passage. Tiles were coming off next door and mine crashing down through the glass roof. Crashing down my glass roof and my veranda.
Right.
And the tiles from next door are that size, they weigh 14 pounds, and scales. I went to go out in a lull, and my wife said, you must cover your head. You must cover your head. Don't be a fool. So I grabbed the pistol.
I presume nothing hit you on the way?
Nothing hit me, fortunately. I keep a board for that door, but I haven't got a saw, so... This is wear on it. Yeah, and it doesn't cut very easy. The banging and crashing was still going on, and always getting in a bigger slip.
You never, if that's wear right, Uncle, you've got no chance. That's the toughest material known to man. I remember during the storms we had some wonderful tales of bravery. Also, some things that I wasn't aware of. Do you know where the safest place to be is if you're in the middle of a great storm? I was amazed. I thought it'd be an underground shelter, maybe, but apparently not.
I was laying in bed, just watching the telly, and I happened to look up and I thought to myself, well, I don't know, the lampshade's swaying. So I said, oh, let's go and sit in the toilet. There's no rain there. And I said to him, I'll get a chair. So I got a chair for him. I sat on the toilet. By that time, there wasn't so much noise there because all the water had gone out of the toilet.
You see, it happens in the best of homes, that didn't happen. Directed at and look at the heady heights that I've soared to as a result. It's called On Sight. It features John McGregor, mainly in this one, and it features Ray Gosling. Now, Ray Gosling you probably don't remember, but you think Roger Cook is new, don't you? That door kicking, hey, scum, we've been filming you and we found out what's going out in your racket. No, Ray Gosling was doing that years ago, all right? If there was a tale to be told, Ray would tell it and he'd deal with it. He'd find out who was culpable and he'd bring them to book, all right? Because he left no stone unturned. He was hard, he was mean, he was a little bit scruffy.
So he had all these improvements done by a builder, and then the man from the council, because it was council money, came and inspected it. And what did he say when he saw all this and in the kitchen?
He just said that wall was wet when the inspector passed it. He said it was nothing to do with him, that was between myself and the builder.
So who puts right what's gone wrong?
Well, we're hoping eventually the builder.
Whose work was passed by the building inspector.
And that was the sum total of Ray's job. Find out what's wrong and then go... Never brought anyone to book, never caught any drug pushers, never brought any international gangsters or antique thieves to book. So just moaned all the time.
These are only trifling.
Early shot of Baby Spice in the background. I don't know who the little girl is pulling her on. Shut up! That was rude and uncalled for. This is Ray at his most sartorial best, coping with the problems, look.
Are only trifling repairs and improvements that people are trying to get done. But they have to be done again and again and again in the city of Lancaster. They're not done properly. And people get very upset. People are taking tablets, people are going on to Librium. Jobs are just getting bodged. It's just not right. Here's another house. Hello. Hello. That's nice, isn't it? Hello. You the husband?
Yeah. Yeah, if you like, Ray, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Hugh. Next door's shocking.
It's up here there.
Oh,
You're the worst.
Next door's shocking, and I've not done anything about that, so you've got no chance.
how did you do it?
Well, it's taken a year's hard work. I've got it all down. Do you mind if I read it to you? I've got all this stuff down here, and I'd rather put it, you know.
Come on, I knew I couldn't stop you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the papers out.
Well, that's all right.
You're going to bring the wife?
Get this thing over right. It cost my wife and I £5,000 to find out that there's no justice for the little man in Lancaster at all. And as a result of our own terrible experience, I began my campaign.
Here, come here. We've all done it sometime. Watch Ray's face. What's going through his mind? He's come on my programme, he's written it down on a bit of paper, making me look unprofessional. He's thinking of chinning him. Just watch his face. Move the camera, I'm going to give him a dig.
Proposal of the substandard grant aid work in Lancaster. As a result...
Anyway, I'll give you some more. A whole catalogue of people with terrible problems who Ray could do nothing at all to help. then, how good was their TV reception? 30-foot aerial on the roof. No, just stick it in the front of the house. It'll pick up from here. It's all right. Well, are you sure? We don't want to spoil the look of the garden. Come on, Ray. Come on, into action. Find out who's responsible. Deal with it. Don't just get depressed, Ray.
This is another nice house in Lancaster.
Good.
Well, it's nicer than some.
It was, you mean, till I started damp coursing it.
Tell me what happened.
I'm getting more near with it. I'm just about sitting fed up with it all.
The improvement was to damp course it?
Yeah.
And they've been 3 times?
There's been about 3 times to do it, and I'm still no nearer.
It's still as bad?
Still as bad.
What can you do about it?
I was rather hoping that as the man with the TV show, Ray, you might be able to answer that question. All you've done is come around here, drink my tea and remind me about how miserable my damn life is. Oh, my God. Also, early footage here as he visits just towards the end. This is the end, and his final comment, which I love. Lily Savage pops up. Long before TV fame came a calling.
In 1972, to improve all the houses in Lancaster. This should have been completed this year. And as you can see, there's no improvements done here, apart from at number 7 across the road there, where there was a part modernisation carried out. The tenant moved into the house, and her son was putting down a feathered carpet, fell through the floorboards.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. You ever watched the Roger Cook programme? He always finishes his programme with something like, and so we confronted the villains. They won't be causing any trouble again. Their file's been sent to the public prosecutor, and they're going to jail. Listen to how Ray finishes his programme, his expose on shoddy workmanship. Just listen to Ray's final comments.
I'll see you later. Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Tomorrow night's Britcom slot filled by the Comedy Network. But before that on Paramount, in fact, after the break tonight, it's Grace Under Fire. And it features a bloke called Emmett, which wasn't that one of my picks.
Your story begins in the street, in your car, at a set of traffic lights.
Yeah, I was sitting in my brand new £50,000 car. The door came open, they jumped in, they pulled me out, they stole my Rolex watch, they ripped off my diamond necklace, they stole all my rings, and they took the car, and they took my bag and my keys, and they went to my house, and they burgled it, and they took everything, and then they set fire to it.
They set fire to your house?
Yeah, I lost everything.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, what can you do? Did they beat you at all?
Yeah, when they pulled me out of the car, they hit me over the head with a cosh.
They hit you over the head with a cosh. Well, in future,